Hello, my first graders. Today we are on page 211. That's lesson 4.1 in your math book. Okay, so find page 211 and then hit play. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about how you can count back to find the difference. Okay, so it's a subtraction strategy. Now, my first graders, just like we learned in the last chapter, I encourage you to use whatever strategy works best for you. Okay, so I'm going to teach you different ways, but really in the end, the goal is just to have you subtract however it works best for you. Okay, so in our last chapter, we looked at drawing a picture and crossing things off, and that's how we did our subtraction. Okay, that strategy also still works. However, I'm going to teach you other ways. So this is 9 minus 1. Okay, so what they want us to do is count backwards. They want us to start at 9, and when we take away 1, we count back 1. So 9, 8. Okay, so 9 minus 1 would be 8. Okay, so we count back 1. Okay, so here is 9 minus 2. So we have 9. If we count back 2, we'd start with 9 and we count backwards. 9, 8, 7. So 9 minus 2 is 7. Another way that we can do that is on our fingers. 9 minus 2. Well, we're going to go backwards 2. So I can put 2 on my fingers and I'm going to count back. 9, 8, 7. And there's my 7. Then we have 9 minus 3. Okay, so we have 9, and if we count back 3, and I'm going to show you that on my fingers. You ready? 9, 8, 7, 6. So 9 minus 3 is 6. Or they did it this way. You start at 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so that is what they would like us to do. Now, boys and girls, I understand that sometimes counting backwards is not easy. Okay, I've taught first grade long enough to know that it's hard for us to remember to go backwards, and we have trouble with that. Okay, so this right here, it reminds me of a number line. Okay, if we had numbers in order, and I'm going to just finish filling these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's just kind of like where you find the starting number, which is 9, like a game. 9, and then we hop back 3 times. So I take 3 hops back. 1, 2, 3, and look where I landed on the 6. Okay, so that is pretty much what we are doing. Okay, so you're going to see different ways to subtract. Let's turn our page. You can count back to subtract. Okay, so here we are again. We have 8 minus 1. So if we have 8, we start at 8, and we count back 1. So 8, take 1 away, 7. So there's our answer, 7. So I know that you're at home and that you don't have a number line in front of you. Okay, a lot of times for this chapter, we would use a number line to help us count back, because I know we're still practicing that counting back. So what we're going to do instead is we can make our own number line. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that using a piece of paper. Now, in the beginning of the year, we did give you a number line. So I'm going to pause this and I'm going to show you what our number line looks like that we gave to you at the beginning of the year. And some of you might still have this number line, so hold on a sec. Okay, so here's the number line that we gave you at the beginning of the year, and this is actually a hundreds chart. You can use this if you have it, because we start off with our numbers 1 through 10. However, if you don't have this or you don't know where you put it, I'm going to show you how to make your own number line. So you just need a piece of paper. It could have lines or it could be blank. And we want to hold it long. We want to hold it long ways. See how it's wide across? And then we're going to write the numbers 1 through 20. Now, you might want a grown-up to help you because then everything will be nice and neat and spaced out well. But you can also do this on your own because you know your numbers, okay? But you want a grown-up to check just to make sure that you didn't forget any of your numbers. So see how I'm writing them across? You're going to go like this. I'm going to finish this up. So there's my numbers in order. The thing is that you need to keep in mind when we're making a number line is that all the numbers 1 through 20 need to be in one line. You don't want to move them down here, okay? They'll use a number line. It's easier if they're all in one line. So make sure you have a grown-up check because your number line will not work out if you are missing a number. So you want to make sure that you have all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All in a line, okay? So have a grown-up check yours just to be sure you're not missing any, okay? And we're going to use this number line to help us solve our problems. So take a look over here, okay? And we're actually just going to look at, we're not going to do all of these today, okay? So it says 5 minus 1. Well, they want us to count back to subtract. So we're going to try that on our number line that we created. So if you haven't created your number line yet, you want to pause this video and make your number line, okay? If you don't have this number line made and it's not checked, pause it, make it, check it. All right, so if you're watching this, then you've got your number line. 5 minus 1. Okay, so we are going to start, we're going to start at the big number, which is 5, and we're going to take one hop back. Minus 1 means we go back 1. So here's my number 5. Do you see it? I'm going to put my finger on it. I'm going to take one hop back. So now here's the key. You have to hop. Doesn't count until I slide my finger over. You ready? 1. Where am I? What number am I on? 4. So 5 minus 1 is 4. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, 5 minus 2. Remember the equal signs on the wrong side? That's okay, right? Can be on either side. It just means this number is the same as 5 minus 2. Okay, so we're going to solve that. 5 minus 2, big number, right? That's where we put our finger. So here's 5. I'll put my finger on it. Minus 2. So how many hops back do I take? I take 2 hops. It's like a game. It tells you to go back 2. You ready? I'm going to go back 2. 1, 2. Where did I land? 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. Let's try 6 minus 1. So remember, you can pause at any time if I'm going too fast. 6 minus 1. Put your finger on the big number. Put your finger on 6. That's our starting number. Remember, just like a game. Minus 1 means we take 1 away. So we're hopping back 1. We got to go back. Ready? Hop. Where do we land? 5. All right, let's try this one. 6 minus 3. What's my big number? 6. So I start at 6. Minus 3 means I need 3 hops back. All right, so start at 6. Put your finger there. Got your finger on 6. Hopefully you're hopping along with me. We're going to take 3 hops back. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Where did you land? 3. So 6 minus 3 equals 3. All right, you ready? You're going to do 2 of them, and we're going to see how you do, okay? I want you to try 7 minus 2, and then try 7 minus 3. Remember, you're starting at 7. You take 2 hops back. See where you land. And here, remember, you start at 7. Take 3 hops back. So pause. Oops, upside down. Pause. You're going to work on number 5 and number 6, and then hit play when you're done. Okay. Let's see how you did. 7 minus 2. Did you stick your finger on 7 and take 2 hops back? Let's see. 1, 2. Did you get 5? Ah, very good. If you didn't get 5, that means either you didn't start at the right number or you didn't move your finger to make your hops. Remember, when you start at 7, you have to move your finger before you can count your hops. That's 1 hop, 2. Okay, 7 minus 3. You started at 7. You took 3 hops back. 1, 2, 3. You landed on 4. Okay, if you didn't get these answers, then pause. Okay, fix your work, and we're going to try another one. So let's try 10 minus 1. I'm going to put my finger on 10. I'm going to take how many hops back? 1, right? Minus 1 means 1 hop back. Here we go. You ready? Whoop! Where did I land? 9. So 10 minus 1 is 9. I hope you're hopping along with me. All right, look. 10 minus 2. So where do I put my finger? Yep, on the 10. I'm going to take how many hops back? It says minus 2, so how many hops back? 2. You ready? 1, 2. Where did I land? 8. I landed on 8. So 10 minus 2 is 8. All right, boys and girls, I want you to I'd like you to try these ones. You ready? 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I want you to try these. Put your finger on the starting number. Take the hops back. See where you land. Write your answers in. So you're pausing. Hit play when you're finished. Okay, if you're watching this, it's because you finished. We're ready to check your work. If you didn't finish, make sure you pause and finish up. All right, 12 minus 3. Did you put your finger on 12? Did you take 3 hops back? 1, 2, 3. Where did we land? 9. Did you get 9? All right, good job if you did. If not, that's okay. We'll keep trying. 8 minus 2. Did you put your finger on 8? Take your 2 hops back. 1, 2. Where'd you land? 6. 4 minus 3. Did you start at 4? How many hops back? Minus 3. Take 3 hops back. 1, 2, 3. Where do we land? 1. And 9 minus 1. Did you put your finger on 9? Did you take 1 hop back? Whoop. Where'd you land? 8. All right, boys and girls, if you need to pause to fix your work, you may do so. If not, we're going to keep on going. All right, let's look at this page. And actually, I'm going to leave this here because I'm going to just scoop my number line to the other side and get them all in the camera. Oh, not quite, but that's okay. We'll make it work. All right, so we're going to just do a few of these, okay? We're going to practice, and then you're going to practice. All right. 9 minus 3. Okay, where am I going to put my finger? Put my finger on 9. It's minus 3. So how many hops back do I take? 3. Is your finger on 9? Get your finger on 9. You ready? We're going to take 3 hops back. 1, 2, 3. Where do we land? 6. All right, you ready? We're going to do 5 minus 3. I'm going to put my finger on what number? 5, right? Big number. 5 minus 3. So how many hops back do I take? 3 hops back. You ready? Let's hop. 1, 2, 3. Where did I land? 2. So 5 minus 3 is 2. All right, 6 minus 3. So I'm going to put my finger on what? 6, right? 6 is my big number. How many am I taking away? I take away 3. So I take how many hops back? 3 hops back. You ready? 1, 2, 3. And I land at 3. All right, boys and girls, I would like you to try this middle row. See the middle row? 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay? I want you to put your finger on the number, right? And try taking the hops back, right? Finger on the big number. Take it. How many hops back? All right, pause the video. When you're finished, hit play. All right, if you're hitting play, that means you answered this middle row, right? And you're ready to check your work. If not, pause it. You're supposed to be practicing on your number line. All right, 7 minus 2. If you started at 7, you took 2 hops back. 5. 10 minus 1. If you start at 10, you take 1 hop back. You landed at 9. 8 minus 1. You start at 8, take 1 hop back. Where'd you land? 7. All right, very good. We're going to skip this row right here. Okay, we're going to hold on to this number line. Don't get rid of your number line. You can actually stick it in your math book and keep using it. I'm going to hold on to mine. You're going to see this for many lessons because I keep using it, okay? Don't get rid of it. We're going to need it. You're also going to need it for your personal math trainer. All right, think smarter. Jamie has 6 carrots on her plate. Oh, I'm going to circle 6. That's one of my numbers. You should circle 6 too. She eats 2 carrots. Circle 2. How many carrots are on her plate now? So she has 6 carrots. She eats 2 of them. Ooh, she's eating them. Remember, if you're eating something, are you getting more or are you losing some? You're losing some. So let's make our number sentence, right? For a minus problem, we start with the big number. She had 6. She eats 2. How many are left? Well, we could draw a picture, right? We know that. Or we can do our count back strategy. So I'm going to start at 6 because that's my big number. And I'm going to take 2 hops back. So let me put my finger here. Do you have your finger on 6? All right, we're going to take 2 hops back. You ready? 1, 2. Where do you land? 4. So 6 minus 2 is 4. And boys and girls, I'm going to show you a quick picture to show you that it's the same like when we draw a picture. It's just a little faster. Here's 6. We're going to take 2 away. So I'm going to cross off 2. 1, 2. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 4. So I just wanted to show you that both strategies work. All right, go deeper. There are 12 flowers in Sasha's garden. She picks 3 flowers for her father. Oh, then she picks 2 flowers for her mother. How many flowers are in the garden now? So let's go back over that. There are 12 flowers in Sasha's garden. She picks 3 flowers for her father. Then she picks 2 flowers for her mother. So she's picking the flowers, right? If you pick them, you're taking them away because you're taking them out. So let's start with our big number, 12. And then she picks 3 flowers for her father. So we're going to do 12 minus 3. We start with 12, right? She has 12 flowers in her garden. She takes 3 away first. So that's our first problem. We're going to solve that first. So I'm going to put my finger on 12. You should do that too on your number line. And she picks 3. So we're going to take 3 away. So you ready? My finger's on 12. Let's take those 3 hops back. 1, 2, 3. Where do I land? 9. All right. So now we're not finished yet because she picks 2 flowers for her mother. So we have to start with this number 9 because after she picks for her dad, she only has 9 flowers in her garden. So now when she picks for her mom, she's taking away from those 9 that were left. So 9, and how many does she pick for her mom? 2. So we're going to do 9 minus 2. So you ready? Here's my 9. So I'm going to put my finger on it. Minus 2. So how many hops back do I need? 2. You ready? 1, 2. Where do I land? 7. 9 minus 2 equals 7. So I put my 7 there. All right, so she has 7 flowers left in her garden. All right, math on the spot. So remember, you can look at math on the spot on your computer if you want to, but we'll do it here together in class. It says Alex subtracts 3 from 10. What is the subtraction sentence he could write? All right, boys and girls. So if Alex subtracts 3 from 10, what number should we start with? Well, remember, do we start when we do a minus problem? Do we start with a big number or small number? Well, let's see. If I have 3, can I take 10 away from that? No, I can't, right? I don't have 10 fingers up. I only have 3. It doesn't work. So we need to start with the big number. So which number is the big number, 3 or 10? 10 is the big number. So we're going to put 10, take away, because it says subtract. Subtract means minus. 10 minus 3. And then, of course, we need our equal sign. 10 minus 3. So now let's go to our number line and solve our problem. So we're going to start with 10. And it says minus 3. So how many hops back do we need? 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Where do we land? 7. 10 minus 3 equals 7. All right, there's our subtraction problem. If you need to pause to fix anything, go ahead. If not, we're going to turn the page. So Alex writes 10 minus 3 equals 7. All right, problem solving. Carlos has 11 train cars. He puts 2 train cars on the track. How many train cars are off the track? Oh, okay. So Carlos has 11 train cars, right? Here's his 11 train cars in a pile. He puts 2 train cars on the track. So if he takes them out of his pile, right, and puts them someplace else, it means he's getting rid of them. Okay, he's moving them away. So it says how many train cars are off the track? Well, let's make our problem. We start with our biggest number for minus. So 11's our big number. Minus how many does he take away? 2 equals blank. So let's use our number line. 11 minus 2. So put our finger on 11. We're going to take 2 hops back. 1, 2. Where do we land? 9. So 11 minus 2 equals 9. Oh, but our problem keeps going now. Then Carlos puts 1 more train car on the track. How many train cars are off the track now? All right, so we have to keep going with this one. So remember, he started with 11, but then he took 2 cars out of his pile, right? So then he had 9. So when we start this problem, how many train cars does Carlos have in his pile right now? 9. He only has 9 in his pile. Remember, he took 2 away, so he's left with 9. So we're going to start this problem with 9 because he had 11. He took 2 away. That gave him 9. So he had 9 in his pile. If he puts 1 more train car on the track, so remember, if he takes that train car out of his pile, and puts it on the track, that means he's getting rid of it. He's taking it away from his pile. So we're going to put minus 1. Now let's solve. 9 minus 1. All right, here's my number line. Where do I start? I start at the number 9. I take how many hops back? 9 minus 1. So I take my 1 hop back. You ready? Take a hop back. Where'd you land? Did you land on 8? Yes. 9 minus 1 is 8. So now he has 8 train cars in his pile. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to read this one to you, and I'm going to have you try it. You're going to fill in the numbers and use your number line to solve. So you ready? Sophia has 8 erasers. She gives 2 to Ben. How many erasers does Sophia have now? All right, let me read that again. You're going to fill this in and use your number line to solve. Sophia has 8 erasers. She gives 2 to Ben. So she's giving them. What is she doing? She's taking away. Look. How many erasers does Sophia have now? So you're going to pause, use your numbers to fill this in, and solve. Okay. Okay, if you're watching, you filled this in. All right, let's check our work. So we should have 8 minus 2. We had to start with our big number, take away the small number. She had 8. She took 2 away. Then you should have used your number line to help you solve. Here's your 8. You take 2 hops back, 1, 2, and you should land on 6. Okay. Now, boys and girls, remember, when you take your hops back, you have to move your finger to start with. So my finger was on 8, and then I had to move it. 1, 2. All right. Write the number that is 1 less. Okay, so in other words, 9 minus 1 is really what's 1 less than 9. If you're at 9 and you go backwards 1, what do you get? Some of you might know that. 9. If you have 9, what comes right before 9? If you don't, use your number line. Find 9. Take 1 hop back. Where'd you land? 8. 9 minus 1 equals 8. All right, boys and girls, you are going to work on your personal math trainer. Don't lose your number line because you're going to need that for more of our problems. A number line is a good way to subtract.